Hello, my name's Josh. I'm going to be doing an honest review of the Trinipod. Quick disclaimer, I don't love doing reviews. I personally don't love having my face on the camera. However, I've had a lot of value from YouTube videos, the people posting reviews, sharing information, and I do want to pay it forward and share the good things that I've found that work and that are affordable for those of us who are making films on smaller budgets. So wanted to share this review and hope you find it useful. Hello, this came in the mail the other day. As you can tell, I already took a peek inside. Pretty excited because this is going to replace what I have been using, which is been using this for years, ever since I first started filming. I added in these weights and I've been putting a gimbal on top, turning it into a gimbal Steadicam combo. It's worked really well, and this system allowed me to adjust the weights and balance it. So it's worked great, but we're considering doing some horseback riding with this, and see how that really bends, and I was just worried how this is gonna hold up, and it's just plastic. Anyways, so I decided it was time to upgrade and found this a few places online, but it's the Trinipod, which is really the same thing I got going there, but just beefier and built for this instead of, so here it is. It's cool because this slides up and down, so you can change where your balance point is, which is nice if you wanted to get lower or higher when you tilt. And you can hook it here into your gimbal or just into your camera. And that's obviously what hooks into your vest and your spring arms. So I'm pretty excited. A lot beefier. I think it'll be much less likely to break on a horseback ride. You can run wire up through it, which is really nice too. So you could power, with a V-mount. I'm not sure what this piece is. It looks like maybe a piece for balancing the weight side to side. I'm not sure. Some directions. Gotta love that. That looks really heavy duty, which is nice. And here's the base of it. It comes with some pretty hefty weights that you can move to help balance. You can get a pretty sizable rig up there. I'm going to be using the Z-Cam with my Rokinon lenses and a matte box. So, won't be the biggest rig, but it will still be plenty big. And then I'm not honestly sure how this works or what the purpose is, but we'll figure it out. It's called the pendulum. And maybe it just helps, it seems like a counterweight of some sort that helps sort of balance as it goes up or down. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it makes it smoother up and down. Not sure, but cool. So that's what showed up. I'm going to assemble it and see how it looks. Okay, this is my first time putting it together. Didn't take too long to figure it all out. I haven't put the pendulum on yet. I'm curious what that'll do, but I lowered this down a little bit right here, this where the bearing's at, so that I could get the camera lower. And because I have the weight to play with, I have plenty of weight. I'm just using the Blackmagic Pocket 4K right now, and so it's not very heavy. So anyways, got tons and tons of weight to play with. I could go much lower if I wanted, but it just really allows me I can come way in close, come back. I can really get this up and down movement just really smooth. Excited to play with it a little more. It's way sturdier than what I've been using. It's balanced. It's just about the right weight for my vest, and the springs as they were already set. So that's good news. You can sort of lower that down, bring it up. It's just pretty easy. Obviously, once you get lower, you have to sort of fight it. You know, about that low, it starts becoming harder to push down, but from here all the way up to here, it's just, you know, feather light. And that's what's great about, that's why I love this setup, is because I can just push down with the camera to get those lower shots if we need. I can just let it go down instead of having to push down or bend down super low with, you know, all this weight and gear. So I really like the versatility, the way I can just, you know, go right up to people with this camera. I can get close to the ground, I can get up high, just so much that I can do. But mostly when I do this, I go in sort of this, I feel like there's a name for it, I don't really know, but javelin mode or something. This is normally how I film, so I can see, particularly when I'm using the Blackmagic Pocket 4K. I like this because there's that big screen right there. I don't even need to have a separate monitor here. With the Z Cam, I'm gonna have a monitor right here that I'm looking at while I move it around. With the Blackmagic Pocket, I just use the camera's monitor, and anyways, it's not too hard to see, and particularly often with this setup, I'll have someone else pulling focus for me. So all I need to do is worry about moving the camera. So super excited for how sturdy this seems. It's like super, super strong, really smooth. I mean, look at that, that's crazy. And I'm not even trying to be careful. It's just, I gotta just keep letting go of it and it just stays smooth. Breathing a little hard now. It's hard running through the snow. It'll be interesting to see how the footage turns out. It's very, you know, running through the snow is a lot of up and down and breaking through. So we'll see how, that was kind of the test here to see how well it could deal with that terrain. I was impressed. It felt really smooth looking at the camera. Like I always feel like I'm wiggling and the screen's wiggling, but looking at the camera, it seemed pretty smooth. And obviously, you know, this arm takes away a lot of the up and down motion. So, you know, I can just let go of that. And right now it's a little front heavy. And that's something that the pendulum helps with. This thing up here, it makes it so that when it's down like this, it stays down. And when it's up like this, it stays up. So that the pendulum moves the weight just a little bit, that it counteracts. One problem we have out here is it's pretty windy right now, and so that blows the gimbal around a little bit. But really, really impressive. Just feels really solid. Really had no issue with it.
I need to get used to, I need to figure out where to position the screen exactly. Pulling focus was an issue just because, you know, it's so bright out here. It was hard to see the screens with this much snow just blasting you in the eyes. Hopefully it's in focus. We'll find out when we get inside. The other thing I haven't mentioned is this thing right here. It's sort of like a tripod mount. You got your plate and you've got your Manfrotto size mount, but it also comes with this adjustment knob that will push back and forth so that you can change weight. So if it's going a little bit this way, like if it's starting to roll this way, I can actually just push this a little bit the other way. Actually, I went the wrong way. I can push it a little bit this way, and you see it'll stop rolling that way. So that's a really nice just sort of fine-tuning piece that you can do on the fly. Sometimes things change a little bit while you're out filming. I had a less than ideal HDMI cord, very stiff and long, and you know, I think normally I would be having the Z cam and probably not using a cord at all, just a transmitter. So that will limit some of this cord weight and sort of changeability. This thing looks just so solid, so much more solid than what I had before. It's just not gonna break. You can adjust, you know, everything so that it just works perfectly, you know, just butter smooth. I mean, this would be perfect if it weren't super windy out here, but the wind blows this camera around a little bit. But anyways, that's it for now.